In today's episode, nothing is fitting right on our GMC front end. Let's talk about it and tell you what our plan is. Welcome to the lodge, and today we have a dilemma. We have some decisions to make. Actually, I've kind of already made some of the decisions. As I walk around, I'll show you a little bit in this video, but bottom line is this thing's fitting like dog manure. I think that these aftermarket fenders have a fitment issue. I know that in the bottom they need to be opened up a little bit more, and in the top they probably need to be sloped back. So these were designed for a Chevrolet, and since they were designed for a Chevrolet, we're trying to make it a GMC. So technically a 72 GMC should use 1968 Chevrolet fenders and a 1969 to 72 hood, of which I have all brand new components. And as we tried to fit, we've spent about 5 or 6 hours trying everything we can to make this thing fit correctly, and we're not making any headway. The grille on this, to the hood and to the fenders, just isn't setting right with the aftermarket fenders and aftermarket grille. Actually, it looks like it might be a factory grille, but the aftermarket fenders and aftermarket hood are creating some problems. If you'll notice that the grille has a pretty good gap along here. And what's happening is, if you'll notice even down here, you can see where the grille's been rubbing up against this. And the grille cannot go any higher because of this trim. So we would either have to cut into this contoured cave and get that to slip in a little bit more, which that would fix part of the grille fitting problem. But then when we get to the hood, this crossbar is as far back as it could possibly go, and the hood is actually as far up as it could possibly go. We got pretty good gaps along the back, and the front and the sides, actually good gaps. But when we get up to the front of the hood, I can fit all of my fingers in here. It's just a horrible fit. And even looking onto it, it's going to be really, really bad because it just looks like that grille, looks like it's got buck teeth just kind of sticking out. So, and down here, this grille really fits horrible. I mean, even if I could get it to go in, it's got just a horrible, horrible fit. So, the solution is going to be changing this out to a 1967-68 Chevrolet front end. And how that's going to solve my problems is we're actually going to have a different core support. We are going to do away with this crossbar. We're going to do away with this grille. And the new 67-68 grille is going to bolt right to the edge of the fenders here. And so where this grille is at, it's going to bolt right in here, it's going to bolt up in here, and it's going to meet perfectly. And we won't have to do anything to the bottom of these fenders because this grille will no longer be needed. The new grille is going to have its own bottom filler. And the new hood, we are going to have to replace the hood with a 67-68 hood, and the 67-68 hood will come up to the front of the fender. So when this trim is gone, the hood will go ahead and bend all the way down, and the hood has a little bit more of a slope than this particular hood. So what it's going to be is we're going to have the GMC Jimmy that they should have built in 1967. Now that we're going with kind of a vintagey front end, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the 67-68 mirrors on the doors. And then the next thing we got to decide is on the tailgate. What do we do? You know, right now we have the raised letters that we could paint everything and paint the raised letters white, or we could paint this background white with the letters the color of the body, and then go ahead and do trim around the taillight and then a piece of trim across the tailgate. The other option is we are going to have lower molding, which is going to be a wood grain. We could follow that wood grain all the way into the center of the tailgate, and then it would have a GMC emblem on the wood grain. So let us know your thoughts on that. To be a GMC or not to be a GMC? Actually, it's still going to be a GMC Jimmy, but it's going to have the look of what GM should have done in 1967. And that's to make a 1967 GMC Jimmy. So we're going to kind of do this is a resto mod anyway, so it really doesn't matter what we do to it. I do like the look of the 67, 68 Chevrolet front ends much better than I do the GMC actually. I have a GMC theme here, so I want to make sure this stays a GMC vehicle. It's titled as a GMC vehicle, so we will stay at that, but it's going to have a much different look. So we're going to rip off the grille, we're going to rip off the radiator core support and all the mounting hardware and the hood latches, and we're going to trade out our hood for a 1967-68 hood. We've got the right fenders already. So all we'll have to do is get a new 2 headlight radiator core support for a 67-68. We will have to get the grille assembly, which is a paintable product. So it's going to be a paintable grille that will go in here. I am not going to put a Chevrolet emblem on it. Not going to put a bow tie like it would have had in the day. We'll fill those holes in. Maybe we'll find later how to find a proper sized and dimensioned GMC emblem to go in the middle of that grille. I don't know, we'll see how that looks in the future. They have chrome surrounds in each of the 2 grille openings, so we will get the chrome. And we will get the side eyebrows and the top hood chrome. So on the Chevrolet version of this, early Chevrolet, they drill holes along the hood and they put a piece of trim on the hood, and they drill holes on the edge of this fender and put a piece of trim on this fender, and then it will have chrome headlight buckets like you see in some of these pictures. Now the next decision is going to be, do we paint the grille and the background of the grille inside of all the chrome white, or do we do it body color? There's a couple of schools of thought on that. If we do it white, then we kind of go to the back of the truck and we talk about the back of the truck a little bit. Do we go ahead and follow the white and body color theme to the back and just have some chrome trim, paint the GMC insignia white, or maybe paint the background of it white and the letters the color of the truck? Might do a couple of renderings to see what that looks like. I've not messed with the rear of this yet, but we've got to solve the front. So unfortunately, we're going to end up changing all of this. It's going to, we've got all the gaps and everything else working great on the truck. This is a completely 100% aftermarket body from Repla Classics, and it's done well. It's just these aftermarket parts just aren't designed for the GMC front grills. And honestly, I think if I had a Chevrolet 69 to 72 front end, I may run into some similar issues. And I don't know, maybe you all have some insight on this, but I thought the easiest way and the least amount of body work is to change to an early front end, which I kind of think is cool. I can still keep a GMC-ish theme. It'll have Jimmy badges on the side. It will have GMC on the tailgate. All the inside will say GMC Jimmy. And maybe even the grille will say GMC Jimmy. So when somebody walks up to it, they're going to be really confused at who made this truck in 1967. And well, actually, it's going to be made in 2026. So anyways, got a couple of these options I'll show on the screen, the painted and the white background on the grills. Let me know which you think looks better. I have my ideas, but I'm open to input. So thanks for being with us at the Full Octane Lodge. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back off and finish out this project. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Our legal team made me promise to display this disclaimer before we ended the video. Please take a moment to read it before you make any buying decisions.